juice.
Oh.
Folks love juice.
Oh, I know.
They call it natural, and there's this perception that it's healthy because it's derived from fruit. But what you've done is you've taken all of the fiber out of the fruit, and you've created a situation. So what's 1 cup of this stuff as far
Let's
as
see.
carbohydrate
It says
content?
8 fluid ounces, which is a glass, is 26 grams of carbohydrates. So and 22 of those grams are sugars.
So a good size orange will usually be about 15 to 20 grams of carbs. So what we've done is we've taken, a cup, which few people stop at
they stop.
a cup
No,
or
it's
an 8-ounce glass. And what you can do then is basically shotgun down the equivalent of a whole orange just in no time flat, which allows the sugar content to really hit the system very quickly. We get a very potent insulin release. I wish juice was actually healthy. It definitely is tasty, but this is stuff that folks are giving to babies in their bottles, to their kids when they go to school, and it's really problematic for it, again, releasing a ton of sugar into the system, high blood sugar, high insulin, blood sugar crash, and then potentially setting up that pre-diabetic kind of thing. And for somebody who's already insulin resistant, it's a horrible idea.
So eat an orange or an apple instead of drinking an 8 ounce of
You'll
juice.
get more vitamins and minerals. You get a slow release into your system, much better. So yogurt. If we cruise down here, we'll probably find some plain yogurt. But these things, the fruit imbued yogurt, there's 33 grams of carbs in just that little guy right there, and it's almost all sugar. So you've got almost 10 teaspoons of sugar in this. And they taste amazing. They're absolutely to die for, but to die for is maybe a good statement. They'll kill you. So.
And then we have some that are packaged with even more sugar.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So you really get your sugar fix.
Yeah.
Oh, and then here's lots of sugar.
For little Jimmy when he's done a good job at school. Yeah.
Right, and just making little Jimmy sick.
So this is a tough aisle here because you've got yogurt, which usually I would throw in a reasonably healthy category, but you've got to go something like this, which is largely plain, or if they throw some fruit in it, it's just a wee bit of fruit, because as soon as they start throwing all the sugar in, typically what they use to sweeten it is high fructose corn syrup, so high fructose content. Fructose has some really nasty effects on the liver and on our metabolism. So you've really got to stick more with the plain.
And add your own fruit to it.
Potentially add your own fruit.
Add your own fresh fruit to it, and delicious.
And also just cultivate a sense of enjoying that plain yogurt, which people do over time. That's the way we consume this stuff for eons. It's only recently that we've turned it into these things,
Danimals, smoothies, and this would be 15 grams of carbohydrates. 14 of those are sugars, and so you feed this to a little tyke, and that's 1 bottle. And they probably eat 2 or 3 of these a day. They get their sugar load really quickly.
And not just the sugar load, but they're getting nothing else with it. There's no vitamins, no minerals, no antioxidants.
No protein.
Nothing.
No fat.
Yeah. I guess we could turn around here and look at the horrors behind us, the soda section. At this stage of the game, I don't even know what to say about this. I mean, this stuff is death in a can. It's there are some places that are starting to tax sodas, which Robert Lustig suggested that. I'm kind of on board with that, other than the fact that we subsidize sugar to make it cheap. So I would rather pull the subsidies on this stuff before taxing it, because otherwise we're getting hit on both sides. But we've got some energy drinks down there. All of these things, whether they're sugar-free or not, are clearly causing metabolic derangement in people. Type 2 diabetes, metabolic derangement, obesity. There's really no safe consumption level on this stuff. And that sounds crazy to say, but if you have any desire towards health or good body composition,
don't
just
drink.
don't have this stuff. It's just all there is to it.
And we get a lot of people say, oh, but I have diet-free or sugar-free soda, and not realizing that that is just as big a problem as the other soda.
American Journal of Cardiology showed that just one diet soda a week increased the likelihood of developing type 2 diabetes by like 40%. So, and we're not super sure what the mechanism is. Is it tasting something sweet that then makes you go out and eat other stuff? You know, we're not super sure what the mechanism is, but the association is pretty clear.
Right.
And yeah.
That's a Coke. That's a small Coke.
So we've got 39 grams of almost a quarter cup of sugar, and that would be in a small Coke.
So this one is 55 grams.
Wow, so it's even more than
So
this.
that's more. So
yeah.
if in a, and
be in
some
like a
people
cup.
will, and it's 39 grams. So, you know, it's a huge amount of sugar that you're eating. It's probably, you know, half of this.
In a glass, basically.
In a glass,
yeah.
and
yeah.
per serving. So if you eat the whole, and there are 6 servings per container, and so when you start looking at that, it's a couple of cups of sugar.
And look at how cheap it is. I mean, it's $4 for that. So it's amazingly inexpensive when you consider what's in there, unfortunately.
And there's salt and caffeine too in there to make you want more.
More thirst, more
Yeah.
palatability, yeah.